What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Banish podcast. I'm your host, E-HeroesForged. Today we have Fit Father YGO joining me, another hero enthusiast. My guy, how are we doing?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
It's been rocky, but we making it. You know, like I can't have too much to complain about because you know the new support's here for Maze, and then we're getting Fountain announced here soon, and you know, so I'm just hoping they kind of like give us ejector with him, but we're gonna see. You know, like
fingers crossed, man.
Fingers crossed, bro. So jumping into it, bro. We've got the new stuff from Maze, so
yeah.
You know, like obviously you and I have been play testing back and forth as far as, like deck lists and just bouncing ideas off each other as far as like ratios and whatever. Obviously I think our deck counts are still a little bit far apart, but they're pretty close at the same time. So
I just tested at 45 and just like maybe like before like an hour before this. So it's back and forth. Like I saw another guy. I literally was watching his deck profile. He got first at his locals. I even saw you commented on it. Something skull. Congrats to that guy too. Like it's proof alone that we can put out end boards. We can put in we can just put the pressure on our opponents, and how you may do your regional
absolutely.
Like okay.
I think that for heroes, as far as these, like now that we've got the new cards, it's definitely made our inboard a little bit more insulated as far as like putting out more bodies for protection and more disruption. And I think that's what heroes was kind of lacking in the beginning, as far as like chaos isn't that great, like it's an on-field negate, so it's not a complete omni, but it does have protection for you. So even if we go if we go first in game 3 and we put up Dark Claw and 2 contrasts, like if our opponent has evenly matched or lightning storm, whatever, like we have protection now. Like we're not really using those negates for like our opponent. Like I'm not using it to negate brand fusion. I'm not using it to negate, five minutes. Yeah, that's what Ash is for. Right. So I know you love Ash, but so like, yeah, man, like I think chaos is more protection rather than like disruption for opponent. And then because once we get, especially our favorite context set, you flip that, summon out Neos, pop 2, and then you got a 6,000 beater, 5,000 something beater that they can't get over. So going first, like I think we are hardcore set up to have success. I mean, obviously like Super Poly sucks, Droll sucks, Nib sucks, but I mean that's just the game we play. That's just where we are. And I find that my going first out, especially in the regional I just played, that like a lot of players don't know what heroes are doing. Like it's so crazy. Like they see me start putting heroes down, they're like, okay, I know Stratos searches, but then I don't know what the other cards do. So it's like, man, this is great, like they don't know about choke point, like, so that's been really good. But yeah, man, like I definitely think the ceiling for us is super, super high, but I do find we still have the same struggles as far as like going second. I found that going second against it doesn't matter really what deck it is. It could be Dark Magician, Branded, Dracutail, whatever. It doesn't matter. I would struggle, because I just couldn't get through the board because I always found myself needing one more piece. And maybe that's what Ejector and Fountain will change. But what are you thinking as far as that? Like as far as the go first board, chaos, and things like that.
So I will say. And this is where, like, okay, I'm about to bring up a hot topic for both of us, Fusion Destiny, right?
Yeah, okay.
Ironically enough, if I see that in my opening hand now, I will make sure I bait out that Ash. That's it. I need that Ash to come out because that way I know I can end on literally alone on its own. DPE, Contrast, and Darklaw are strong enough board on its own. Now, obviously, you want the full board, but I'd rather, if I see that, I'm going to try and bait to the Ash as much as possible, or see if I can count, wait for that for Nib, Not really seeing Nib as much, even online. I'm not seeing, but I think going first, if we're not obviously hard stomped, because obviously everything's hand dependent. This game is RNG. Right. But if we're not hard stop, I think we have a very, very solid end board that's a lot harder for a lot of decks to push over. Most of the time, I won all my games if they weren't able to like shut me down 100%.
Right, and yeah, I definitely see it from that point of view as well, because like you want to really bait out. It's like the Ash, if you're playing as Draco Tail, bait out the flame. You want them to. Honestly, I would like to have a Hero Lives and Fusion Destiny in hand, because I know they're gonna either Ash the Hero Lives, or they're gonna flame the Hero Lives, whatever. So like that's kind of the bait. And like you said, once you get Fusion Destiny down, you can pretty much go full combo. I mean, I still think it's not a great card. Like for now, it's for now better. It's like because we have higher level monsters now to send. So like we have more options to send for Fusion Destiny, because before you'd have 3 of them in your deck. So like let's say you use the first one, you go through all your Destiny heroes, right? So now you don't have any, like the other 2 are just dead. Like they're just in your deck and they're dead. And then but now we have ways to kind of recycle our DPE. We have ways to get it out, or you could just run a second one, if you're crazy like me.
Or even dangerous too if you want to run just a generic Destiny hero for Destiny hero.
You can do whichever you decide to do, and it definitely gives you more options. Now, I can't remember where I read this or saw this, but someone said that the hero deck extra deck is flexible, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. Dude,
some cards are flexible, some are,
I think Wake Up is flexible. I've definitely seen guys on other sides of the fence with that. Like you gotta have Wake Up. It pushes for game. Okay, how many times do you push it for game? Yeah.
I would rather summon Trinity than at that point, because that's 5,000 damage 3 times, and that's it.
Right, so. And before I forget about it, like you brought up like Nib and not seeing many people run Nib. So I was thinking the same exact thing, and I think to an extent we're both kind of right, because like at the regional, for example, I was playing against, I was in I think it was a third round, second or third round, I forget what round it was, but I didn't respect Nib, and instead of me going into Devicer for my 5th summon, I went into Cross Crusader, and it bit me in the ass, because like if I would have gotten he had the Nib, and and I don't think he knew to Nib there. I think it's just because he knew I was on Heroes and he's seen the combo enough. He was a guy from my locals, so shout outs to him. Like really good guy. He was on Branded Draco Tail.
He had insider knowledge.
Yeah. So damn cheater. So I didn't respect the Nib. I come down with Cross Crusader, and then he's just like,
it nibbed you in the butt.
Yeah, it nibbed me in the butt. Dude, it was. I was like, so I'm thinking.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. So
it gets worse from here, man.
Dude, like I did that, and I was just like, man, like if I would have respected that Nib and just went into Devicer, it's like I get favorite contact. Because in the previous game, in the next game after that, obviously I go first thing because I lost that game hard. I just didn't have enough. So I do the same exact thing, except this time I go into Devicer, get Neos, and then go into my Cross Crusader stuff. He didn't have the Nib, but
at the
same time, right? So then I pass turn, let him go, and then like he just goes full combo, puts up like I don't know 10,000+ attack. All right, okay, cool. Favorite contact, shotting Neos is like 7,000 attack, 6,000 attack or whatever. He's like, yeah, I can't get over that. We go to game 3. It's like, bro, if I have that game 1, if I don't make the pilot error to do that, like is GG's, so it's definitely things to learn from. So like from there on out, I respected Nib, and then it worked out for me, so I do think going forward that is going to be the mindset. Now, it obviously, like you said before, it is very hand dependent, so it's not always going to work out that way, because sometimes you're going to have Neos in hand already, so you're just trying to get to your poly at that point. But yeah, it's definitely some learning curves there, because like you just for like the last maybe 6 months, Nib just has not been a thing, so and I just haven't it's like, shit on this, I'm just going to go into Cross Crusader, get my combo going. Nah, dog. Nah, here's a nice big rock for you. So
you know what it almost makes you want to put back in Dark Contact, but not for what do you call it, not for Bane, but for the other one, the Gaia, Dark Gaia.
Oh my god, I haven't even thought of that.
Like, can you use it on the Nib token? That's it's a rock monster, right?
I'd have to read that. I don't know, but I mean, that's
sure.
pretty,
if you can, that's even better. Like,
that's pretty big brain if you could, you know. So yeah, that would be wild. So outside of the gameplay, I kind of want to touch on one more thing with Maze. I want to talk about rarities. So obviously, one of the biggest things I enjoy about your deck profiles is just how shiny your cards are. And so like I'm kind of like lost in the sauce whenever I'm watching your shiny cards. So like the hero cards kind of, in my opinion, kind of got.
I picked up. I had to pick up.
Fire. We kind of got shafted on the rarities.
Oh my god.
And like I'm disappointed for a different reason though. Like I was talking to Dark Magician Tactics about this, and because like obviously his Dark Magician cards got, you know, the secret rares and whatever, which they should, in my opinion. You know, I think those are very good chase cards. I think those are meta defining cards because I don't think they're going to be used necessarily in Dark Magician, more like Azamina and things like that.
Yeah,
but
constantly.
Like with heroes, you know, I feel like heroes were the next best chase cards in that set. You know, like you got the alternate arts with the mass change, the new Dark Law, and then you give us half of the secrets are chibis. You know? Like,
I'm like, why? That there's no need for that.
Right. I think chibis, should have been like their own. Like I don't dislike the chibi cards in their own way. I think they're cool, whatever. But I think for chase cards that you wanted to really make with this set, I think you would have done so much better if the hero cards would have been in secrets. Now, to be fair, they're a lot cheaper for us to pick up our cards. Like we can get our play sets of everything super easy. Whereas
I think I spent total, and then this is for everything. Like I'm talking about the impulses as well, because I want a set of impulses. Because I've been wanting them, but they've just been like $30-something. I think I spent at max 80 for everything.
Yeah.
And that's for like play set.
And then 60 of it is for the impulses.
Exactly. So
for the impulses.
Like,
but what do you think about that? You know, like, because
I'm with you on that. I think it's a good and a bad thing, right? It's a good thing where we have it cheap, it's easy access. At least they're hollow, right? At least they're super. But at the same time, there was no like how Voltic Thunder was a collector's rare. You could have made all those collector's rares at the bare minimum. Which
do you know how nice a Starlight alternate art Dark Law would look? You know how much that would have gone for, bro? Like that would have been so nice.
That would have been nice. And that's the thing too. Like they could have easily had Uriah of all the cards they pick to be. I would have been more okay if it was a Dark Magician that was the Starlight.
Yeah. Like, if D-Mod was the Starlight or Gaze was the Starlight, I'd have been fine with that. But Uriah,
who wants Uriah? No, I don't want Uriah. If I want a Uriah, I'm gonna go pick up one of the older ones.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. It was very frustrating to see that because I watched Ruggles' video and I saw like he said the only Starlight. I was like, what? You know, like it's me. Like I watch like the upcoming sets, but like I don't hardcore watch it. If it's not anything to do with heroes, I really don't care. And outside of that, like I was just like, man, like Uriah is the only Starlight. Like that was so disappointing.
It's not even pretty. It's not even a nice Starlight either. It's not even. The artwork's ugly in my opinion.
I think it's under $100. I don't even think it's worth that much either. You know, like could you imagine? Like because I think at the moment D-Mod is close to like 70, and then if that had been a Starlight, it'd have been like $250. Like it would have been like Fallen with White. You know, like that's crazy.
And then it made the box a chase box too. It would have given people a reason to really just start mass buying the box. Because how many boxes do you really need to pick up to get everything you need? Like two most.
For us, I think we could get it. I mean, that's another thing, bro. Pulls for that set were horrible. Like, so me and Dark Magician Tactics opened 3 boxes, and I only pulled 2 Furnace out of 3 boxes.
That's 2 Furnace.
Wild. It's a super, bro. It's a super, and it's an ugly super. Like of all things, like it's a like I don't know if I have my brand of stuff near me, but like that brand of structure deck, like it's just I don't know.
They're called their card quality is. I have my I just re-sleeved everything. I'll pull the furnace up right here so everyone can see.
Yeah, like
it's weird. It reminds me of a weird halfway between like the Euro dark, like Euro print cards are, but not looking nice. Like I'm offended by this. I don't think I've ever been more offended by a Yu-Gi-Oh card in my entire life.
I just think like the arts for them are so nice. Like that's one thing I do think that Konami killed it was on like the arts for the cards. Like they're super nice. But as far as the rarities, they just dropped the ball. And you know, I mean, it's something we got to live with. You know, obviously, I can look past it because I'm happy we have the cards. I'm not sitting here playing with proxies anymore. So
and thank you by the way for those. Thank you for those.
Oh yeah,
I am really grateful for that. Someone actually in the comments of one of my deck profiles asked me where I got them. I obviously pointed to you, so
that's right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll gas you up any chance that I get.
Hey, we still got the ejector and the fountain, so we definitely got
next thing we tested.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I got those somewhere around here. I got a play set of those, so I'm ready to play test them, but I definitely want to get through this regional season. So like I got a regional next month and a regional in April, and then I'm going to focus on Battles of Legend, which I can't remember what month that comes out. It might come out in April. I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it was April.
Regardless, I'm going to focus on the decks that I have now, and it's ever changing. You know, all I keep thinking about is you know, like I need to cut more cards, and then like I cut cards and it's like I still don't have enough. So it's just trying to find the balance. I guess you just need to get lucky, man. Like I know Yu-Gi-Oh is a game of luck. You know, it's pilot then luck then whatever. So we'll see how that goes, but that's just kind of like
you've seen how like my deck building, like right now, like I literally just tried dropping it back down to 45 for just a different ratio, and it's I don't know. You put me back on 60 for a while, and I have not seen more success with the 60 than I have in a long time. And
it definitely worked out in a way. It worked out the way I thought it would. So I to kind of pat myself on the back here because like the thinking of it is that with the deck size for heroes is you need to see engine, and that's the biggest thing for us. You know, like I want to see hand traps to have a little disruption, but at the same time, if I don't have engine and if I don't have the right engine, then I'm not doing anything. So it's like, okay, you only want to see one furnace, you want to see this one of this, and it's like you just want to keep searching. It's like, well, why? Like, so we're gonna have to search. There's no getting around that. We're gonna end up having to search. But if you have more copies of something and you have more utilization for it, because the deck needs bricks. Even in the deck profile you brought up a second ago, the first place guy, he in his video he did say, like, he said no bricks and then proceeded to put down malicious, you know, like, so the deck will always have bricks. And I think the way to minimize it is to have more cards to get rid of these bricks. So Furnace, Ferris, Droplet, Evil Assault, you know, like all of these power spells, Fusion Destiny, all these power spells that can get these cards out of your hand and get them in the graveyard. And that was the mindset of the build that I did, and it worked out to perfection. I never and I guess you could say it contradicts itself, because I just literally said that I feel like I needed one more card. So who's to say that one of the cards I discarded wasn't the extra card? But the cards that I was discarding, I couldn't use them anyway. So you know, that I definitely think what I was trying to accomplish with the build that I had was, you know, eliminate the bricks, make it more efficient, see power spells. So, you know, 65%, 66% of the deck is hero engine, and then it was 18-9 engine, you know, with hand traps and whatever. And it just worked out, you know, and I don't think I need to cut it down, because I don't think there's going to be that big of a difference from 60 to 50. Because either way, you're still going to be discarding. The deck still functions the same way. We're getting to the same inboard. So, you know, at that point, it is personal preference, because you got some guys who are just like, well, I only play 45. I only play 50. And that's fine, because that's what's great about Heroes is you play it to your play style and you play what works for you. And as long as we're having success, I don't care what you run, you know? It's
exactly. 100%.
It's just got to work for you. Are you still on 50? Or you said 45 earlier? Like, are you? I
was messing around with this just to see, like, just test hands. So with this build in particular, with the 45 build I just did, I actually am not running Foolish or Rhoda at all. I'm doubling up on 2 gold, 2 prison, and 2 assault. Because going by and I agree with your mindset 100%, the more you can pitch, the better, right? Because not only that, if you draw an assault, so same thing, you don't want to draw both your 1 prison and your assault, and you don't have to summon out the gold. I'd rather have the 6 in there and just be able to cycle through it. And they do the same thing that Rhoda and Foolish are going to do regardless. They're going to get me to where I want to be. If I have gold in hand and I have even Shadow Mist in hand, gold to assault pitches that, and I just replaced everything. And now I can just go full combo regardless. I think if you're running it that way, that's how I saw it, and that worked a lot better than having Foolish and Rhoda. For me, that's, again, a personal preference of that. I actually, I don't know if I sent you my 60 build, my new 60 build. I had perfect synergy for 23 and 23. 23 engine, 23 non-engine.
Wow.
So, yeah. You know me, I'm big with numbers, right? So,
yeah.
Like
whatever is working for you too, you know, because like I watched like Team Sam's video and he had come up with his deck profile. I want to say it was 50 cards. And like I built his deck. I was like, well, maybe I'm missing something because I see his logic. I see what he's doing. And, you know, like playing that style, I was like, this just doesn't work for me because I'm not, because my lines to get into my inboards, honestly, weirdly, are probably kind of different compared to his. And although his deck probably works perfectly fine for him, just like the guy you brought up earlier, like I watched his and I was like, well, I personally wouldn't run this, but I appreciate how well he did, because I do think for Heroes that you definitely need to be a good pilot. You have to know what you're doing. You need to know where your inboards are. You know, like you can't make simple mistakes. Right, because I mean, you can get so lost in the sauce because you'll see Furnace in your hand and you'll be like, cool, I got Poly. And then you'll go to do your Bion play and you'll completely forget to Banish to search Poly. And it's like, like little mistakes like that can hurt you. But so as far as still staying on ratios, so I'm on like 1 Poly, 1 Mass Change, 1 Miracle Fusion, and part of me just wants to put more fusion stuff in there because I've like turn 3 for us, if they break our board, is miserable. We went through all of our resources and the follow-up just isn't there. And it's like, you know, like I could have Poly all I want to, I could have Mass Change all I want to, but with everything in the graveyard, those don't do anything for me. Miracle Fusion.
Yeah, so I'm telling you right now, I'm preaching that for a hot minute now. Double Miracle, 1-in-1. That's it. That Miracle is so clutch because like you said, we're discarding everything. Everything is in the graveyard. And you know what I've actually found a lot of people are doing to me, at least online, because this is I don't get a chance to get out. To like literally after like this, I got make my food prep for the week. We'll talk about that later at the end of it. the gym stuff. Like after a meal prep and everything, I'm finally going to locals, right? God bless my wife, man. She's been so patient with that. But so going to there, I'm going to try out obviously the double Miracle Fusion. I just need to get to locals. I need to actually get physical, just physical play. There's nothing better than having IRL practice, because like I said with the Omega, right? With the 1 Miracle that I was doing, they bell my Miracle Fusion.
Wow, yeah.
They also bell my
favorite
contact.
Did you? All right, so hot topic. Okay, all right, so I did not know this. So unhero related, did you know you can ghost bell Gaze of Timaeus for Dark Magician?
What?
That is crazy. That is insane. Well, look, we were playtesting and someone ghost belled Dark Magician Tactics Gaze. He said, "Can you do that?" So we had to read, and it's like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh players, we don't read, bro. It was fire. I felt so bad. I was like, bro, I couldn't even prep him for that because I didn't think of that. I would have never thought of that. It's just a fusion summon to me.
The disrespect.
Yeah, like how dare you not let me get to my Dragoon, you know? Bro, I remember playtesting with like, I promise not to get too far off topic. I remember playtesting something like that where he D-Tactics dropped Gaze, and I DD crowed his D-Mod out of the graveyard. Bro, it was fire. That's what made me want to start running DD crows. But like,
crows you're right. Crows underrated though.
Yeah, and I actually thought about trying that as far as like for like Draco Tail, for instance, you know, like if we don't have Dark Claw, because the goal I think against most of these decks is graveyard control, and you know, I kind of took that idea from Dark Magician Tactics because he was running a build that was doing a lot of graveyard control, like D-Fissure, and he was running like Shifter, you know, like a toxic shit, you know, like he was running, you know. But bro, like it works, and it was so good, and it was so efficient, and I was like, you know, like heroes can do that already. We don't need outside cards because, you know, it does like, help though.
Ironically, I found the line. You know what's crazy? Well, you finished, Bug. We'll touch on this.
No, go ahead, because like it was like Darklaw is our Shifter and our Fissure, and you know, like and obviously like you'll see it on any big channel, you know, like Darklaw completely shuts down a lot of these decks because they need the graveyard. So
no, Darklaw is he is the law. You gotta respect the law, man. You don't fight the law.
That's right.
Listen, you don't fight the law. So I remember, I know we were talking about this, right? We were talking about Ball the Virtuous.
Right.
And I actually saw Cali Effects even talking about it in his video, like trying to for his deck profile. And I commented on it. Initially in my playtesting, I had a very hard time with this card.
Yep.
And then I realized something, because I completely forgot about this card existing, Ecclesia. I forgot about the synchro. So I don't know if you remember me mentioning, and I saw the one build. I actually was starting to play 2 Infernal Rage.
Okay, yeah.
The reason for the second Infernal Rage is, we activate the Miracle Fever, favorite contact, right? So now our favorite contact is now in the grave and out of access. Say we use it for contrast. We have no way to get that back now. Right. If you have a second, you can now make that and get it back, and then you can always use that to push the other one back in to make Neos. Because a lot of times what I'll end up doing is using the favorite contact to make the second contrast if I need it, right? If I say if I see the start that if I had to use my first contrast, I'll go in for the second contrast, right? Because a lot of times the end board is the 1/1/1/1/1/1. But this also allows for the same thing instead of having to run the second contrast, and now you also get an interruption plus putting any level 8 from graveyard or banish back into the deck plus a monster on the field. Right. So you can also put your banished DPE back into your extra deck, and then have your Fusion Destiny be live all over again. Right. Yeah. I 100% agree. Yeah, that's definitely good for recycling and recursion. So, and absolutely follow up. You know, because that's like we were talking about earlier. Like that's just one of the biggest things we struggle with. Because like once we get to turn 3, it's like if we keep everything on our board, then we're good. You know, like they're not gonna be able to get over us. But like if they break what we got, if we get super polyed, and then they just start picking our board apart, like that's it. It's tough. At that point, it's tough. You know, like, and then that's where, that's where like the second Miracle Fusion comes in, and then me, the lucky guy I draw both Miracle Fusions in open hand. So it's like, shit on this idea. Like I'm not doing this anymore. And then that's why I do it at 60 cards. That's why it's better. It's better at a higher deck count, so you're less likely to see it. Yeah, at 60 cards, like we always make the joke about, like always seeing increase in hand. It's a one of. So at 60 cards, I never saw increase in hand. And so luckily I never had that issue. But I do feel like the Vision Hero package is there because it still is our best line, but we don't need it anymore. If I draw increase in hand, it's like, okay, I can still get to, contrast. I can still get to, Dark Law. I can still get to these boards that can kind of dominate my opponent. So
talking about inboards. So I am almost back on the train for getting Decimator back into the lineup, because it's one more way to boost up your Dark Law. Like by the time your combo is completely over, like you can get Dark Law over 3,000. And then obviously you have DPE to lower everybody else's stuff. So like them attacking over it makes it almost impossible. So then that too, you know, like Decimator giving him so many attack, DPE taking away the attack of our opponent, you know, like their focus isn't solely on Dark Law anymore, you know. So you have these other monsters too. So like, yeah, you might get rid of the floodgate, but can you get rid of everything else? So I definitely think that may add a little bit more insulation as far as attack goes, because like I've been finding in my test hands now that I'm just ending with like, I can literally put two contrast, DPE, and Dark Law, and still have like Wonder Driver and like a Malicious or a Denier on field, you know. So I can you know, link 3 into Decimator and be done, you know, call it a day. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. What do you think? You think that may be a good idea? Or
I'm definitely on board with that too, because I've noticed the same thing, that we lack, like, we can weaken their monsters, but the second they say we have to use DPE to pop himself, like, because they want to get rid of him, so now our weakener is gone, right? Or sometimes even they'll pop out the Sunrise, so you'll have both of our boosters gone. With our Decimator, that gives us that extra little bit of like battle protection. The only thing that, like, for me is, I am a big believer of running double Wonder Driver, and it's like, do I want to cut the the second Cross Crusader, to make sure I can have Dread Decimator in there? A lot of times for me, like, it has come up. Second Cross Crusader has come up where it's like they negated it once, and then you make a second to then get your, like, I say, like, they negated it. They didn't imperm it, but they belled it. They belled the effect to target the somewhere else.
Right.
Then I banished out made a second one, banished out, someone contributed. So they just wasted their bell for nothing.
So this is where my somewhat of a hot take is. So I think Voltic Thunder is a great card. I take nothing away from that card. I think it has its uses. Yeah. But I think Bane is better. I think I like that Voltic Thunder can tribute itself to bring back like a Stratos to search, you know, and then you can go into Bane that way and you get a double pop, double blow or whatever. But I don't see how many times you're going to do that. So for instance, we're talking about the Evil Hero package. So if we keep the Evil Heroes in, you keep the one Dark Contact, and you go into your Bane, whatever. So that leaves one slot open there, right? And I know you and I have talked about like Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. That's another spot. See me, I'd never go into Wake Up ever. I don't use him for favorite contact anymore either. Yeah, maybe I'm just a bad hero player. I just don't find the scenario where I need it, and it's if I do need it, it might be too late, because before with the heroes, you would just go into Wake Up, use DPE to pop Wake Up to get your Dark Law. We don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, right. We have everything you need.
So
right there.
So right there. Okay. So in my deck list, I already have 2 Cross Crusader, because I literally said this to my opponent one time, is that every time I think I want to take out that second Cross Crusader, I always change my mind, because it always comes up. So with your logic, I agree with you too. I do think 2 Wonder Drivers is good, because you can go back to get a Miracle Fusion, and then so you can go so like you take out Voltic Thunder, you take out Wake Up. So for me, that allows me to add Decimator, and that allows me to add Wonder Driver. So now I've got, what is that, 6 links, and then just run my normal fusions and just keep Bane, you know. So that's how I'm playtesting it right now, because like that's the only way I see to help my grind game, because I want to say you can do Cross Crusader to summon back out DPE as well.
You can. I've done that.
So
I've done that plenty of times.
So that's what the second one can be used for as well. So you know, I definitely think that's something to definitely look into. So I want to transition to this. So Heroes is getting a lot of support, and I think it's really good support. And you know, I like what Fountain can do as far as, you know, reveal summon from hand. But
yeah,
I was playing the game literally yesterday, and it was one of my really good friends. We play test all the time, and you would think he'd know what heroes do by now, but he's meathead too. He pick everything up, put everything back down,
yeah,
whatever.
man.
Yeah, so he's like, bro, like he's playing branded, so like, and so we're going through all of our stuff, and he says, man, like I can't believe you didn't use all your graveyard effects. I was like, what are you talking about? I said, all I got is malicious. I used him already. He's like, oh, I thought that was a quick effect. Well, no, it's not. And then he said, well, what about Vion? What about this? What about this? Like, nah, dude, like we don't have, like, we need our graveyard, like we don't have many things that can activate there. So it got me thinking. I was like, maybe that's what heroes need more of, is recursion in the graveyard. So for example, like if we was to have an archetype that was like Lunalight, so like the Lunalight monsters pretty much do a lot in the graveyard, as far as like the Yellow Marten, the Wolf, the Sheep, the Trap, the Spell, like a lot of their stuff in the graveyard
isn't just
and they're allowed to, like, they abuse it, so it really helps the deck push. I think if heroes had something like that, where it doesn't have to be like the monsters, because like for Lunalights, it's not necessarily all the monsters, but let's say we had something like a Perfume and a Serenade Dance, where we had a card that would reborn, and then you can banish it, discard a card, and then add a card to hand. Like, it's still searching, but man, like the recursion, like the follow-up to get more cards in hand, have something similar to Ryzeal, where it's a field spell to put cards back in the deck to draw a card, so
it's the crazy thing, we actually technically have a field spell to get you back to hand, but you have to wait to the standby phase for that to happen. It's it's with a Hero City 2.
Like it's
you can't even search it with Captain Gold either, because it doesn't count as just Skyscraper. Like,
so I think so. Like, where are you on that? Like, I mean, I know obviously we're very pumped for like the ejector and the fountain, but like, is there a little more they could do? Because like me, I'm focusing on the graveyard and like recursion stuff for the main deck. Like you could argue.
Sorry.
Like, no, you're good. Like, you can argue that I might be looking at the wrong thing, and you could say, well, I think our extra deck is kind of outdated. Like we're just playing with floodgates, but essentially that's what we are. But like the new support allows us to play with chaos, where it's more negate interaction type, with your opponent, as far as the inboard goes.
It's a single Desiree, basically.
But like we was talking about earlier, like the follow-up just isn't there. So like if we had more follow-up, I think heroes would be, I'm not saying it would push us to any type of meta status, but like I think it would make the game, the turn 3, 4, and 5 a little bit more enjoyable. Turn 1, it's great. It's like, man, I am just full gas. I am going. Lunalights do the same thing. But
they have recovery.
And they have the recovery for it. They have the disruption. Like, we don't have towers. We have the floodgates, but they got towers. But just give us the same recursion. So I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna add that into the cast. Like, I think I'm gonna talk to Fifth Father about that, and I wanted to see what you thought about that.
I agree. I think the only trap recursion we have outside of Favorite Contact is the Dark Supremacy trap, right? On the banish it, but you can't even banish it on the turn it was sent. You have to wait until your turn comes back in order for you to be able to banish it and get those 5 monsters back into your deck. And it's like we have literally, technically speaking, right? We have basically everything we need. But Konami decided, in whatever their weird wisdom they did, to make everything not be able to be up to the same bar as every other deck coming out, right?
Right.
Like if I was able just to discard that and banish it the same turn and recover, that would be in my main deck at every single point in time. Yep. It would never be a side card. It would literally be, I have Evil Assault in this, discard that, wait and have it sit there until I know I'm going to need it, and that's it.
Oh yeah, the evil hero package would be so much better. You know, like you would honestly probably search in Dark Supremacy with the Dusted Gold rather than Evil Assault, depending on what your hand looks like. You know, so that's definitely, yeah, bro. Like, there's definitely things that I feel like we have gotten not cheated out of. You know, because I don't want to sound like, you know, like I'm hating or something like that. But it's like, man, I do think that like we just get the shaft when it comes to that aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, like
basically,
yeah. You know, like, because like I've also heard the comments like, you know, like we always get support. Okay, cool, but we don't ever get great support. Yeah, we just get we get support that makes us keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Furnace and Crow are probably the best things. Furnace, Crow, and Fountain are just those three cards alone. I'm not talking just Injector, because Injector still has that weird little you have to run now a Neo-Spacian. If Ejector literally, and I think it drives me up a wall the most, is it has to be from deck. It cannot be from hand or deck. If that was the case, I would say Ejector is perfect 10 out of 10 card design, right? I would have said that would have been perfect.
Not even that. If it was able to just send an elemental hero,
that'd be even better, right? I think that'd be amazing. But like, I just,
or send a hero in general. I'm with you.
But like, I think it's more bothers me is it's not even just from hand, because they say you draw that you're only running the one, you draw, it's like. So anyway,
so with heroes, okay, to put that on the back burner for just a second, because I've never asked you this question. So I want to talk about meta decks, because we were talking about like Lunalights and stuff like that. In any years, any time, have you ever considered playing a meta deck? Why and why not? Deck? Yeah, like a meta deck, like right now, like Brandon Draco Tail, like meta deck.
No, you're not talking about me splashing it into the deck.
No. Just meta deck on its own. You know, like no hero involved. Obviously, heroes can't be meta. You know that.
Yeah, we're always just gonna be rogue status. No, I think we're right now. We are at rogue, proper rogue status.
I think we were at the proper rogue status. Yeah.
So I have played a lot of different decks throughout my time. My favorite decks I've always played were Hero. I played this game from the get. Like when I was a little kid, I remember going to this game store when I used to like. My grandparents were still alive, rest their souls. I used to go there all the time, and I'd buy packs there. I pulled I forgot. It wasn't Mirror Force. I think it was Blue Eyes, and the guy was like, "No, you can just back in the day, you didn't know any better." And like, some of this, you can just summon the monster. You don't need to tribute it.
Right.
I didn't know anything. I was a dumb kid, you know. I lost so many good cards. Because I was just a gullible, dumb kid. And no one bothered to help me. That's why I learned that these people just will try and shark you no matter what. But my favorite archetypes I've ever played, I played Six Samurai. I played Gladiator Beast. Again, this is all back during the Edison time period. I played Hero. Hero was one of my favorite. I fell in love with Hero the second I saw it. But I played actually a weird stun deck for a hot minute. It was Hunder. I don't know if you remember the Hunder, like the Thunder family. Pa Hunder, Ma Hunder. I played that with the Watts, and I was a degenerate because I just did not want my opponent to play. And I feel like in a weird way, Hero's the same way.
Yeah. So, like, okay, for me, so like I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as I'm gonna say competitively. Back in, let's say, 2014. I didn't even watch like GX before then. So like, so we got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! It was all still Dark Magician and like Red Eyes Black Dragon, whatever. So like that's what I was buying when I first got into it. And then I was like, like this doesn't win, and then you had to start learning rules. And so like, I found Heroes, fell in love with it. Like that's back when you had Summoner Monk, discard a spell to summon Shadow Mist from the deck, Goblinberg, whatever. So fast forward to, we played until like 2017, 2018, I think. I don't remember exactly the year, but we took a long hiatus. So like I didn't play for quite a few years. And then Dark Magician Tactics had brought it up one day. And I was like, yeah, you know, like I want to, let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh! I ain't played in a long, I still got 18 boxes of bulk, you know? And so we get back into it, we start playing. It's like, well, let's start going to tournaments. So you know what? Let's go to a YCS. And I was like, if I go into a YCS, I know I can't win with heroes the way they're currently constructed. So I said, you know what? I've never played a meta deck. So I want to invest in a meta deck. So I played Ryzeo. I played Shark Ryzeo. Brought that to YCS Houston. And I never thought I would love a meta deck that much in my life, because it felt nice to have something that was completely consistent, something that could beat anything that I played against. Like I was always had a chance to be in the match. I could come back, whatever, you know? But the negative to it was I'm not a person that loves mirror matches. I hate mirror matches. I've always been that way. I don't like playing other hero players. Not to sound mean or anything. That's just me. You know, I find it.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I think it's boring because I'm about to do the same combo you're about to do, and if I cannot stop you and you get Dark Law, whatever, then we're just gonna go to game 2, whatever. Yeah. But to stay on the meta thing, so after I played Ryzeo, it changed me as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. So I started viewing my hero deck completely different, and I started seeing lines that I never saw before. I started thinking of combos that I never thought of before. Like, obviously there's so many things you can do in heroes. Like you can't just go off the wall, but like the mindset was different, you know, like I was like, okay, like I've been piloting a meta deck for 6 weeks, you know, nonstop, you know, hours and hours out of the day to prep for this. And now I'm taking that same mindset into a rogue deck, a low tier rogue deck, you know, and then that's roughly when they started announcing the new Master Hero stuff. That's when we started getting proxies and whatever. So then you take that mindset, you bring it in, and it has I feel like it's fully transitioned in a good way. And now, don't get me wrong, I usually don't go for meta decks. Like I think like I have Lunalights, okay? I don't think Lunalight is top tier meta.
It's fusion.
But
it's fusion.
It's fusion. You know, I'm a fusion guy. Like that's what I fall back into. I loved Ryzeo. I did. I still love Ryzeo. I really do. I wish I could convert Ryzeo into heroes. I truly do. It's just got like the transformer.
We need a hero XYZ. That'd be fire,
wouldn't it? Bro, like
it doesn't have to be. It needs to be something that just gives us just more search, right?
You mess around and give us a level 4 tuner. Mess around and give us a level 4 tuner and some XYs and some synchros. Let me tell you, we're gonna go wild. But like Ryzeo was the first real hardcore meta deck that I played. And then when I brought it to the YCS, you know, like I did very well. You know, I ended up going like 500 for the event. And but at the end of the day, it was a very taxing day because every round, other than, so I don't know if you knew this. So me and Dark Magician Tactics played each other in the very first round of the YCS, which is almost unheard of. Almost unheard of. So that obviously made.
How many people were that YCS?
That was almost 2,000 people. I think that's what it was. It was a lot of people. It could have been 1,500. I'm not 100% sure. It was a lot though. So like, we sit in front of each other and we're like, this is wild. So that obviously, and you know, your boy got the dub. You know, I can't. It went 3 games though. Credit to DMT. You know, that's my boy, my brother. But
I mean, it's like the Yuki and Joey rivalry. I'm sorry, Joey, I can't let you do it.
Yeah, sorry, man. I hate to put you down like this, but he almost got that though. He almost got that because he played. So he went 500 there too. With he was playing Turbo Dragoon, and bro, he was clapping cheeks with that deck. And but dude, I was. So like every round after that, it was Ryzeo Fiendsmith, Ryzeo Mitsurugi, Ryzeo Fiendsmith. This like it's all Ryzeo, and I was like, it burnt me out, man. So like, it's like, dude, after that, I was like, meta decks aren't for me. You know, like I'd like to be the element of surprise. I'd like to have a more of a goal to compete with these meta decks with a rogue deck, to take my knowledge and take that into a rogue status to make a mid-tier road deck to a high-tier road deck, and just be the best pilot for the deck I love to play. So that was just for me. You know, like I do miss that deck, but at the same time, it's in the past. I got heroes. I'm solid. I'm good. I'm happy. And then we got more support coming. So,
so times gonna be nice.
Oh yeah. And then, so we talking about the YCS. Have you ever played the YCS?
So the last actual event I believe I played was, and it's like, and this is how much time I have. I just don't have that. Was Edison. That Edison, like the last Edison format. So I was there. I actually didn't do too bad. I went X2 with Machina. The Machina structure.
Oh wow, amazing. So, all right. So you've been in that kind of space. What about have you been to any regionals lately?
No. I mean, as I told you before, I was supposed to. So initially, I wanted to go to the YCS in
Ohio.
Ohio, yeah. So I took baby bonding leave at work, last year, and just how I didn't realize that how the time thing works putting into it. I lost a certain amount of time because I didn't actually physically work. So and no fault here. I just wish I really knew,
Yeah,
at least I
could happens.
We planned out where the tickets got booked because our daughter we're going overseas to get her christened. So that's like 14 days. So I nothing's happening, and every time I'm like, oh okay, let me go to the one in April, right? But that weekend, so because we're Eastern Orthodox, so we always have like a week back for the holidays. So there's Easter weekend, and that following weekend is supposed to be the regional. That's the weekend Easter falls on. I'm like, okay, shoot. All right, let me go for March. There's one close in March. All right, sweet. 4-hour drive, spend the night. I just forgot that I promised to drive my in-laws back from a concert they're going to, and I made this promise at the beginning of the year, well before I even thought about a regional. So I was like, and then I'm literally going to the Matt Rife concert last night. I heard the concert, the Matt Rife show, with my wife. And on the phone, she's on the phone with the model. I'm like, oh yeah, like, well, that's sweet. I'm like, and she
Amazing.
saw the look on my face. She saw the look of defeat. And I was like, you know what? She's not meant to be this year, but you know what? On the plus side, she's, you know what? I get to keep my promise of one YCS, and I know a lot of times they have YCSs in the beginning of the year. So that also means the fact that all my time is going to reset my vacation time. God willing, and I'll just be able to have everything to work with going forward to, like, hey, I can take those 2 days to travel and then come back and hopefully get that, so that way at least I'm set, I can get all the practice I want. We should have, I believe we should have everything by the time next year rolls around, right? I would assume
this kind of will roll into something good. So I guess I can use this more as maybe some advice, because in the past year, like I've done a couple regionals and I've done a YCS, and I've noticed one thing from every one of them is the mental strain it is to play all these rounds. Like if you go to like locals tonight, like I don't know how big your locals is, but let's say it's 4 rounds, 5 rounds at most. And it's like usually by like the 4th or 5th round, you're kind of like, all right, if I'm this, like I feel kind of cooked. You're right. Now at a YCS, it's like 9 rounds, or at a regional it's like 7 rounds. Yeah, it's in the now with the new 50-minute rule, like this past Sunday last week, it was like back to back to back. Like there was no downtime in between rounds. Like it was just keep going. So the mental strain was necessarily there. So this is definitely more of a hero Yu-Gi-Oh discussion, but I do want to touch on a little fitness here, just a little bit. I think fitness is very important for Yu-Gi-Oh because I think that having the mental toughness to put yourself through something hard gives you the advantage of doing something mentally taxing as far as Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, because like anybody can go to work, because you have to survive. But there's not many people who will go and put their personal stuff aside to go better themselves physically, mentally and physically. And I mean, I know lifting weights as far as that doesn't necessarily do a lot for you mentally, but it gives you clarity. And I think that you feel more achieved. You know, like you might feel defeated after the workout, but your achievement level definitely puts you in a better mindset. And I think, I definitely think that has helped in the past year going into these regionals and YCSs, because now the YCS was way more taxing because, like I said, it was a lot of mirror matches. It was very dull to me because just because of my personal vendetta against mirror matches. But outside of that, you know, like the mental strain was not there because at that point, I definitely think I was in way better shape than I am now, but I still lift weights during the week. I still, you know, I still walk the dogs, you know, diet's not horrible. You know, I'm active. I'm still active in my 30s. And I definitely think that helps going into these events. So like, you're a big fitness guy, you know, you sitting there jacked, looking like Stratos, and like,
you know what? With the blue on, it helps. The blue and green are my favorite colors, so Stratos is like that. I love the OG Stratos artwork. I'm not a fan of the newer one. The OG Stratos is my favorite artwork. But no, fitness is beyond important, and it's not just like you said, it's good for your mental health as well. I think people really fail to understand the importance of taking care of your body. And this goes to everything. Like what you eat, what you do, like everything affects your day-to-day life. Even the thoughts you think, like your attitude towards like things, right? Instead of like it's hard. It's hard to change everything, right? But so if you start like slowly changing your mindset of things, instead of being like getting mad about something, it should be like, you know what? And if you initially got mad, pull yourself back. And you know what? It's not worth getting mad about. Let it go.
Right. Yep.
When you start like slowly changing yourself, like not getting as worked up about everything, because everything all compiles into itself, right? Same thing with lifting. Your diet too. If you're always eating Big Macs every day and eating a bunch of really bad, horrible food, you're gonna also feel it too, because it's gonna what you put into your body does directly affect how you think, how you feel. Outside of just weight, I don't even touch alcohol. I don't even drink. And then that's not for any religious reason. That there's nothing that I just personally just don't like alcohol.
It doesn't give me any advantages. I'm the same way. I don't really touch alcohol. Like, don't get me wrong. If I go to the beach, like I'm drinking, you know, that's what I'm doing because I'm there to do nothing, enjoy the waves and drink. That's it. You know, like I'm there to do nothing. But like outside of that 5 days at the beach, I don't really touch alcohol. And it's just, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't advance me anywhere in life. It doesn't, you know, like now in my early 20s, obviously everyone did their thing. But, you know, like now, bro, like in my late 20s and 30s, I don't know. Alcohol's not for me. And,
also,
you know,
drunk me, sober me are the exact same person. There is no difference. I swear to you. If my wife was here, she would attest to the same thing. I got a story for you later for that. It's funny.
Absolutely. So there's a guy I watch on YouTube. I want to say his channel is TCG Swole, and he plays like K9 and stuff like that. So
I saw him.
Bro is jacked, does like bodybuilding stuff, whatever. And all of his videos, he always, before he gets into his Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, it's always, you know, like, bro, go outside and touch grass, like go do this, explains why you need to do it. You know, like I think guys like me and you, we appreciate stuff like that. And like, I'll sit there, I'll watch it. I know exactly what he's going to say. He says the same thing every time. And I still watch it because it always gives me the mental, you know, keynote reminder to go do it myself. And because I watch him at work, you know, so I'm like, cool. When I get off work, we go do this, I'm gonna knock it out. I don't think it's very appealing to the average Yu-Gi-Oh player. You know, like, no offense to anybody. They're not there. Like when someone clicks on a Yu-Gi-Oh video, they're not going to sit there and watch the fitness. Yeah. Like if you notice, I don't know if you watch Ruggles on his videos, he used to add his workouts into his videos. He don't even do that anymore. because everyone skips over it because they're not there to watch the workout session. You know, I'll sit there. I'm like, man, that dude's jacked. Look at the pump. You know, like the meathead in me is just watching it. You know,
exactly. It's like, but you want to see their technique. You want to see what they're doing. Like,
yeah, like, that dude said 8 sets of what? You know, like making sure his form's right, seeing if he's got his shoulders like, bro. Like that's what guys like us look at. But we're, quite frankly, in the minority when it comes to that session. So, you know, to have a small part in this podcast to kind of to touch on that, because to give advice to someone who is in fitness like I am, you know, the mental strain is what you're going to be. So I learned that you need to, honestly, for regionals, you need to meal prep, because there is no time to eat. There's no time to do that. So like on this past Sunday,
the same thing. I was thinking that too.
This past Sunday, I had a protein bar in the morning, and then me and Tactics didn't eat until like 3, whatever it was, whenever I texted you. And so I was like, bro, like you're in a deficit all day. So like, you know, you're not getting, your brain's not functioning like it needs to. So the mental errors can happen. So definitely like bring a small meal prep. Now for YCSs, they got food everywhere, and they're a little bit
good quality food.
Oh no, yeah, it's nachos and hot dogs. It's like the perfect feeding ground for a YCS.
Oh man,
so Doug, like, it's. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At the YCS Houston, they had like hamburgers and quesadillas and stuff. So hamburgers,
not terrible.
You know, so it wasn't terrible, but at the same time, you know, like if I was meal prepping, you know, like maybe like chicken and rice, or, you know, something with a little bit more protein, or just better calories, not a lot of dense stuff.
I'd probably pack like some grilled chickens, like a grilled chicken sandwich and a peanut butter sandwich too, because you know what? Yeah, it's crazy. Like that peanut butter sandwich also, like it's that extra little bit of sugar to give your brain that boost, and also an apple too. Have an apple for that actual sugar rush, especially when you're down and you don't have a cup of coffee on you. And I live off of coffee, man. Better or for worse, man. I used to have like 6 of these a day on top of pre-workout. I would take double scoop.
No. See, like that's where you're on a whole nother level. You know, like you're up here, I'm down here.
I slow down.
I guess to talk about my little habit, I like Monsters. I drink the sugar-free Monsters, either the white or the orange, and so I've done better with not drinking those, because I don't really drink a lot of coffee. I'll have like you know, those little white styrofoam cups of coffee. Like I might have one of those. Yeah. That's it, and that's just to get through the morning. And then obviously I get home, take pre-workout. Pre-workout's like 250, I think, or 300 milligrams, whatever it is. But I try to stay between 4 and 450 a day as far as caffeine goes, because I mean 2/3 of it is my pre-workout. So outside of that, it's like Coke Zeros and, you know, my Monster or whatever. But that's kind of where I'm at. But I definitely wanted to touch on the fitness part of it, because, and I do think one day I think I want to sit down and have more of a fitness talk. But I think for, you know, sake of this video, we'll keep it short. But I do have one more topic I want to get on. So I want to talk about our YouTube channels. So it's the new year, it's 2026, and I know we're getting into March, you know, so like I know we all have goals that we set for ourselves. Do you have a goal for your channel as far as the things you want to do with it, or is it just, you know, like it is what it is, you know, like what happens, you know?
For me, it's a little bit of both. Like, I would love to have a little bit larger audience and like reach out to more people, just because I like talking to the ether as it is. I like talking to just whatever. I would love to like have more people come in, but at the same time, for me, as I've said in the beginning and whatever, if the channel dies out, it dies out. It is what it is. I'm here for the good time, not the long time.
That's right.
It's one of those things where like it's nice, but like again, like for you and, you know, Supreme King, like for me, like I have no problems completely gassing you guys up, because you guys are amazing and you guys are my friends, and I'm one of those ride or die kind of guys. So like I will, whatever I can to kind of help out, because just kind of how I am. And I've gone into more, like, again, topics for other days, but as I texted you, like, you know how I am.
Oh absolutely.
It's a man of a clean word and integrity means a lot.
I think I definitely need to talk to Supreme King a little more, because I started watching his videos more, and man, it's gonna be so. For this, I think I would like a goal of mine now that I've done this, like the video chat podcast and stuff like that. You know, I'm so happy I set this up now. Like I can get you on the channel. I want to get.
I'm so happy you did it. So happy, man.
You know, because like we used to go back and forth. Like, you know, it's all on me, really. You know, like me just being lazy. You know, like I had the raw materials. Now I'm invested, and I am so happy that I did this. And I do want to in the future have a panel with like you and Supreme King on the channel at the same time. I think that would be really, really cool. Maybe invite Dark Magician Tactics.
I would love to talk to DMT. I would love to like talk to him.
He said the same thing. He's like I want to talk to hero guys. He says, bro, you're the only hero guy I really talk to. You know? So but like some goals for me is it's along the lines of where you are. You know, like I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But I'm gonna keep making videos as long as I enjoy making videos.
Exactly.
But for this year, I think I want to make more consistent videos, and I think I want to make better scripted videos and not have them just be lollygag put together, you know, like not do the lazy way, not just like throw some shit together and just put it online. Now, on the flip side, I didn't tell you I was going to do this, so I want to give you your flowers. So as fitness guys, I don't know if you know who Sam Sulek is. Sam Sulek is a pro bodybuilder who puts out content. He does a lot of raw stuff. So like, meaning he does like an intro and then he does like cut scenes to his workouts. There's almost next to no editing, you know, so it's very raw. And when I first started watching your channel, you know, I was like, you know, man, this guy doesn't do this guy doesn't do that. And I enjoyed that, you know, like I enjoy that you do the raw stuff, that you get on the camera and you just talk. You do the one thing that most guys are scared to do. They just go out and do it. And I definitely appreciate the work you put into your videos.
Thank you.
The editing,
I think they're garbage. I'll be honest. I think my videos are hot garbage.
Hey, look, listen, I'm the same way about mine. Like I'm my biggest critic, but like I enjoy videos like yours because it's just a dude talking to the camera, talk about how he feels about a topic, and that's what he's doing. Sam Sulek does the same thing, and the dude has millions of subscribers because people want that. You know, it's not all about the editing. Like, you got a lot of hero guys on here that do a lot of animation stuff with their videos. I don't like that.
I'm impressed by it. Don't get me wrong, but it gets the views, man.
I'm glad you can do it, but I think, and this is all personal preference. Like, I like videos like yours. I like DMTs. I like Supreme Kings. I like videos like that. Like, I'm 50-50 on Sam's because like a lot, especially a lot of his old stuff. He used to like, you know, do stuff with like, you know, his subscribe button, his notification bell or whatever. And I used to not be into that at all. And, but I noticed that's how you were as far as, you know, very raw content. And I think you're doing an excellent job. I think you should definitely keep it up, you know, because like every time you put out some content, I definitely always watch it, you know, especially during my workout. It's something
same with you.
It's in my background while I lift weights. I hear you.
That's exactly it. It's nice. Unless you have to like watch for the deck profile and watch for the thing. Then like I'll like do my lift and I'll pause. I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on, and then. Oh yeah,
and bro, it's just nice to hear in the background, you know, like because then I'll hear you say some crazy shit about Ash. I'm like, what is he talking about? Let me go pay attention to this for a second. So, outside of that, bro, that's all I have for you today. I truly appreciate you coming on the channel and having a conversation with me. You know, I'm more than definitely going to have you back, you know, so definitely keep some times open because I definitely would love to have you on. You, Dark Magician Tactics, Supreme King, like we're going to do some great things.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I say it wholeheartedly, man, like without you, I don't think we would have gotten to the deck where I like it now. And even then still, like, you need someone to bounce off of, because there's a difference between like you just thinking by yourself and being like, okay, I got this, and then you start throwing something at the wall, and you're like, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? But you and I have a very, very similar like mindset of just the openness to the decks. and people are and I've seen it too. Like people are very when we talked about Fusion Destiny, everyone lost their mind when you said that. Like everyone lost their mind.
Yeah.
But it's true though. We could get away with it. We could get away with really like, outside of right now. Once the deck starts becoming a little bit more like we get a little more support, get it out of here. Maybe at 1 for the level 10 guy, right?
Yeah, but, for the lols, man.
Exactly. It's that one of like, oh, I have a target for this now. Like, all right, it's still a fusion card, but
right.
It's we don't. It becomes dead space. And if it wasn't for right now that it is pure board, it is full board, I would just drop it back down to 1. Like really, like for what? Like I don't know. I might even listen. I'm also half tempted to drop it back down to 2 again, just because as great as it is, like I still don't want to always. If I'm running a smaller build, I might actually drop it back down to 2 again anyway. Like 2 Hero Lives, 2 Fusion Destiny, and just 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You know me, I like my pairs.
That's it. Rule of 2, baby. You're a Sith Lord at heart. I knew it.
No.
We'll get into that another day too.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh man. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say it right now. I going back and like just knowing how the neutral. I refuse to even watch any of the new stuff just because of how disrespectful it's been to like the OG trilogies. Like I now have a new appreciation for the 1 through 3 movies because when those came out, people trashed them so hard. And
right now, look at what we got.
Oh my god! I don't even want to acknowledge it. I refuse to acknowledge it. No, but like, sorry, Anakin did. He brought balance to the Force. He did. He got rid of all the other Jedi. Now they're just
You're right.
he did.
But my brother, this is all I got for you today.
Well,
like I said, I appreciate you coming on, guys. Head over to the Fit Father YGO to subscribe to his channel. I'm telling you. You won't be disappointed. If you have anything y'all want to add, if you disagree with some of the topics that we brought on today, definitely let us know in the comments down below. We will definitely be commenting back and giving our feedback as well. I'm going to plug Fit Father's channel in the comments, and y'all head over there, y'all. Outside of that, that's all we have for y'all today. Thank y'all for stopping by. Heroes Best Deck.